What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast. For the next episode of Dead State, my name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little bit. Hopefully my brain, this is the second episode in my little recording session, and so I'm hoping my brain decides to loosen up a little bit today. Not so much so that it starts to take in vapors and become very, very sort of vapid, but at the same time, I don't know, I feel like my brain is clutched right now, like a fistful of eggs or something, where I feel like something's not going right today, and I can't quite put my finger on what it is. Agro Moss, you can't do science. I am looking for somebody else to do some science, though, and maybe help out with the antibiotics. Does anybody else have any medical expertise? How come she can't be a nurse? It's very, very strange to me that she can't be a nurse. I would say that we should probably go for grenades or something because they're really, really useful. And I like having them. Oh, never mind. You got to switch jobs in order to do that? Okay, we'll just have everybody on science then. Just sort of like focus. Todd, you're all good to go. Priscilla Butler, I'll have you be a nurse. I guess it's odd that Renee Cass cannot be the nurse because that's what she started out as. Wasn't she like an EMT or something? No, she was a veterinarian. That's what it was. They started us out with a veterinarian, but I guess she doesn't want to do the job. That's cool. I'll have respect for people's opinions. It's weird that Max is still just like hanging out here. Looks like he's also got things that he wants to say. Unfortunately, the patch didn't like jostle him loose or anything. Let's go ahead and we're going to head back out and we're going to focus on getting ourselves more food. Same thing that we did in the previous episode. Just as much productivity as we can possibly jerk out of this situation. See, I almost messed up right there. I almost added an off to that when I'd be like, nope. This situation would be looking far too happy if it went down that line. Unfortunately, we're going to keep this on the train tracks that are designated for right. I'm going down to this corner right now. We're going on down to the southwest corner. Going to see what is there. I hope that when we go to the southwest corner that there aren't any bears. Let's see here. Although maybe if we could have like a trained battle bear to go and fight zombies, that'd be kind of legit. I don't know. It seems like the sort of thing that might be awesome. In the previous episode, as a bit of a recap, we had talked to the military. So we had accomplished a lot in the previous episode. We had talked to the military. We had given them supplies because we were able to sort of verify that these were kind of the real military. Like, we weren't totally sure, but I decided to err on the side of caution because, hey, we have tons of extra food. So even if we get screwed, it doesn't really leave us in like dire straits or anything like that. Like, we should pretty much be good. And believe me, if you've seen a normal strait, the dire strait is far worse. It's like the dire wolf of straits. It's nasty. It's bigger. It's badder. It's better at all of those terrifying things that dire animals are known for. So nonetheless, we had cooperated with the military, and so hopefully that comes back later on and pays off. It was a little bit of a self-interested gamble that I made. If we lose the food, we lose the food, I guess, and I'm not really going to be worried about it. But if it pays off, I'm going to be stoked that we went for it. Ultimately, we had to execute Grant as well because Grant murdered Lane. I was like, really? So our radio DJ is dead. Guy's gone. Like, Grant murdered him. Like, holy shit. Like, what do you even do with that right there? So we took him out in the front yard and we executed him. I stand by that decision. I think it was the right decision given the type of society we're living in right now. I was worried about the possibility of reprisals. He's a survivor. He's also a vindictive bastard. And so I figured if we exiled him, there was the distinct possibility that he might come back. And he might cause problems for us or maybe kill somebody else. And so I decided that we were going to remove the threat altogether. And we had to treat this sort of like an old Yeller situation. Let's continue. Hey, so this whole thing, the school, those rotting fuckers scrounging for food and smokes, still going on. Gotta say, I wasn't expecting this. I thought it would, blow over or something. Thought I'd be back on the road by now. I guess it's kind of bumming me out. What do you think? Are we fucked or not? Well, I promise I'll get us through this. Don't let those things win. We're better than them. Alright. You're really into this savior of the human race shit, huh? I guess that's good. I mean, it's cool. I'm glad somebody's looking out for us, or at least trying, but sorry, I have problems with not sounding apathetic. It's a rockstar thing. Wannabe rockstar thing. Thanks for, well, just thanks. I saw Getz last night. He hopped over the fence with his axe. I don't think he's coming back. I see. Did he take anything else with him? No, I don't think so. He didn't seem like the type to steal. Anyhow, I thought you should know. Davis leaves even though we're in his office. That's right. That's how we commit. He didn't leave. The dialogue just lied to me. He didn't leave even a slight little bit. It also moved my camera around, though, which is odd. I prefer it to be facing this way. It just makes me happier when it's like this. Oh, yeah, we needed surgical tools, didn't we? Let's go handle that real fast before that snowballs on us and we end up with Michiru all angry. And then she's running around just, like, doing her job poorly on purpose. Like, oh, my God, she removed my duodenum. I like that word, duodenum. We have loads and loads and loads of medical supplies, so we should be pretty much, yeah. I was going to say, we've got at least a couple stacks of these things. I'll probably bring in just like one of them because I don't think we need that many. They weigh 6 pounds. Can I scrap those? Can I recycle those? Oh, you can't. That would have been so many parts. That would have been so many parts. And so now my heart is broken. My heart is broken from the lack of parts. The parts for my heart. Where is Michi? She's in the doctor's office. Of course that's where she is. Here's your surgical tools. Yes, this is a good surgery tool. How do Ryan say? Awesome. I make surgery very success. Now as doctor, no, I am do the job better. Thank you. You're welcome. I hope it helps. I'll see ya. So that fixes it up. I don't know what to do with the cat for right now. Good old Sam. I figured we let the cat and the dog just be pets for a little while. We'll let the German Shepherd be like a murder machine if we have to. But the cat, cats. I went to a house one time. I think I've told this story on the channel before. But I went to a house one time where they had a legitimate sign that said, "Beware of cats." And they weren't even joking. Like, when you knocked on the front door, the cats would slam into the glass window and just, like, try and attack you through the window. Just, like drooling all over themselves and shit. It was wild. It was crazy. Like, I've never seen anything like that before. I was like, that cat has serious, like, maladjustment problems. For real. Like, keep that thing away from me. I love cats. And that cat, I think it probably can't be rehabilitated. I don't know what happened to that cat in a past life. But I hope it's cuddly with you or something. Because if it's like that all the time, I'd be worried to go to sleep around it. I'd be like, let's take a nap. And the cat would be like, I don't think so. That's my bed, bitch. And I'd be like, what? Like, that's my bed. You heard me. Sleep on the floor. And I'd be like, I don't want to sleep on the floor. And I'd be like, okay, I'll sleep on the floor. Jesus, calm down. Next time you sleep in the bed, you don't listen. You're like, you're just a cat. What can you do? Laying in the bed and you're from the closet. You'd be like, where'd you get a gun from? I don't even own a gun. You'd be like, I have connections. Feline connections. Well, nothing today. Maybe we'll scavenge a location. Anybody want to scavenge a location? I figure we should probably... Let's try and scavenge a location. We'll try and pick one that I know won't be like a super long location because I don't want to get trapped out here. We'll do it tomorrow, though, since we're a little bit out of time and we're already taking the debuff for being out after dark. Keep walking back towards... Oh, there's an apple grove. There's some berries right there. I don't think we'll make it back in time if I go after those berries. So we're going to leave the berries and the apple grove just hanging out where they are. Just hanging out where they are. And that's actually a tree pun right there. It's a fruit pun because that's what fruit does on the tree. Hanging out like apples on a tree. Let's go upstairs. We'll crash out for the night. Hopefully there'll be a little bit more storyline for us in the morning. I don't want more people to get murdered, though, so that's a little bit upsetting. Now that I know that that's an option. Ooh, morale actually went down for the first time ever. A word, my liege. I have woken from a curious vision, and lacking a soothsayer, I was wondering if you might help me solve its meaning. Okay, I'll try. What happened? Please don't think me mad, but I saw a world, a wondrous world, full of all sorts of impossible things. There were horseless carriages on the roads, and silver dragons flying around the sky. Each man and woman had tiny mirrors that allowed them to communicate with anyone that they wished. Curiously, I was trapped inside of a building, maybe a prison, bewitched by a magical box that displayed an odd language. I was instructed to talk to the box with an assembly of letters and numbers laid out in front of me, and the attire that I wore, such bizarre costuming, a strip of cloth dangling from my neck. Preposterous. It was a memory of the real world. You worked in an office. Try to remember. An office. I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand that turn of phrase. I think the heat of the day has played tricks upon my mind. I should go and soak my head. If you've got a moment, I've had to accept that people here are going to prefer to drink rather than be responsible and do their job, so I thought you might find this useful. It's not well known, but Texas has a wine country. I've marked a winery on your map if you want to try and go grab a few cases for your people here. It's not Napa, but still, it might help the morale. You're damn right it's not Napa. That's okay, though. At least you'll admit it. Well, Texas wine, I'm not that desperate. I live in like the Napa Valley. Well, I lived in the Napa Valley, and so I can understand that sentiment. It's very, very difficult to go back to anything other than French wine after Napa wine. So anyways, we could all use a drink. I'll keep it in mind. Yes, well, I just hope we keep it under control. I like a glass of wine same as anyone, but that doesn't mean I like the idea of our night watch getting drunk and letting some of those things slip in. Of course not. I'll let you know if I find anything. I'll see you. I'm not much feeling up to things today. You know what? You need to pull their weight. I don't know what's wrong with you, if you're bugged or what, so... Yeah, I don't know if she's bugged or whatnot, but she's done the same event now like 5 times, and so I think she might just be a buggy-ass character. Like, her code is just not, like, working so great, because she did the same thing back when we first recruited her. She kept doing the same, like, dialogue lines over and over and over again, and even though you had recruited her, like, she was still on the map, and she's just, like, one of those characters that I think is a trouble character. I think we already hit the winery. It was like up and around. Where was the winery at? It was around here somewhere. I'm pretty sure we hit it. Go check out the gated community. Let's go see what's over here. Gated community time. We'll go and do one scavenging mission today because I think our morale has finally fallen off because we haven't brought anything back home recently. I think this is a good spot to go. 2. There's another word in that sentence and I didn't catch it for like a couple minutes. Alright, good. We have everybody with us. So let's check the gated community real fast. I feel like I've been here already, but I can't prove that that's the case. It might be copy-pasted or something. Alright, first Zed down. I'm actually going to go out of my way to try and club all of them around the neighborhood before we start actually harvesting from this place. 2 zombies down. That one had a helmet. Luckily, it didn't save him from our bludgeoning implement, so I'm feeling pretty good about our progress here. Up here, we're more than likely going to get in a fight with all these things, which is a little disappointing. However, if I can back off, it might get us out of combat. Nope. Wouldn't get us out of combat. Alright, so I'm going to have people line up on both sides of the cars then. And then once they're all lined up, we'll basically just like make a stand here. Not a last stand. I don't want to add that modifier to it just yet. But we'll make a stand right here. Oh, shit. It sounds like coyotes are here. Ooh, we are pincered. This is not good. This is really, really bad and something that I didn't expect either. I mean, they're not necessarily like a giant threat. I'm not worried about them. I only see a couple of guns in there that I would even give the time of day. But there's no guaranteeing that these guys in the leather suits won't whip out 357s at any moment and just sort of like let us have it. Should have reloaded before I came back in. Now we're in trouble. Yep. Okay, we'll try and get rid of the Zeds quietly. I'm going to take the rest of this group and we're going to converge to this direction right here. On this side, we've got the auto shotty. Let's set it as our active. I'd like to get started right here on some of the characters that might have bigger guns. It's a little thing that concerns me. We are going to make some noise right now, but we don't really have much of an option. I think I will more than likely... That guy's name is Rash. Okay, we'll shoot Rash in the face for 45 points of damage. That actually didn't accomplish very much. And then give yourself... I think I'd rather stick with the zombie for right now. On this side, we're going to have him take care of zombies in the back line. He's got himself as... Oh, you're going to miss right now? That's not good, man. That's really, really not good. I needed you to land both of those shots. Okay, well, we're in it now. Hopefully we don't get flattened too badly. My most ardent hope is that they'll focus on Tweedletime, because his damage resistance approaches the godly. Like, seriously, he's almost like a deity of war right now. So hopefully he'll be able to soak all this damage and everybody else will just be able to do like a little bit of cleanup duty. It looks like you shot the zombie? Well, that was actually something that I didn't expect, but I guess if they're going to branch off, the AI is doing something a little bit strange right now, and it's decided to fight with some of the Zeds that are around the neighborhood. That's fine by me. It takes a little bit of heat off of my particular area, and as of right now, I don't need any heat applied to any part of me. So there you go. That denaturing thing just doesn't do anything for me. It makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. I figure if in the next turn or so we can clear this out, we'll be in much better shape. But there are a lot of zombies. This will save us the trouble of having to like run them all down individually though. So there's that. So that's pretty cool. However, it is going to make the turns take forever. So in the interim, I really don't even know what to talk about whenever this happens. The turns take far, far too long. Everything needs to move simultaneously. Until then, like, any large-scale combat in this game will basically suck. Like, all these need to move at the same time, and then attacks should be done individually. And I think that strikes a solid middle ground. You've got plenty of time. There's no turn time limit, so if everything moves simultaneously, you've got plenty of time to look around the battlefield and figure out where everything moved to, or maybe if you mouse over them, it'll show their last move back from where they came from. Like a little glowing effect on the ground over the path that they took or whatever. Just like little things right there that would make living a little bit easier in this game. I'm going to get started taking this dude out. 75 points of damage right there, 22. He's now unconscious. We're going to move on to the next shotgunner. On this side, Lady Coyote's about to catch 2. About to catch 1 to the side of the head. Never mind. And then we'll go after Rush, too. Or Rash. I apologize. He's not Rush. Okay, so he's now down. That leaves us with the Lady Coyote, which I will close the gap with and then swap my weapon real quick. On this side, actually, I think it might be a better idea to converge and just get going with the ass weapons on this side, because if we can clear them out on this side, we can then about face and hit everything with all of our fury to the north. I don't normally project my fury in a cardinal direction, but north to see him, it seems like a good call right now. Damn, he's gonna run out of ammo before I can finish him off. Ain't that a bitch? I was hoping we get some shotgun shells out of this because we've been looking a little bit low lately on him. There we go. Now they're moving simultaneously. Why weren't they doing that before? Oh, man. See, you make a suggestion, then it happens right afterwards. Maybe I should wish for things more often. I don't know, Murphy's Law. Something right there. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong, especially after I say that it works one way versus another. I can't promise that the cattle prod is actually going to be any useful. Our cattle prod nightstick thingy, our baton will be useful over here on this guy because he does have a helmet, which should give him, between the helmet and between the body armor, he should have a really, really considerable crushing resistance. So, unfortunately, we may have to shoot him down. We have to blow the man down to re-invoke our old pirate songs. Give me some time to blow the man down. Everybody likes that song. Who doesn't like that song? That song is legit. Oh, there's a tree right there. I was going to say, why can't I move to that spot? If we can deal damage, we hit him for 7 points. We hit him for 67 right there. And then we knocked him down and made him dizzy with 13. I'll step to the side so that we can get a gunshot on him on the next turn. Set that as active. We can do 3 attacks from right here. I'm just going to go for the 3 from the front. Really, Paul? Really? Come on, man. Like, this is definitely a really moment. I need you to, like, dig deep and think hard about the way that you screwed up the situation. Maybe get back to me. All you guys. I don't know why our hit rate is so low right now. Is it evening? Our hit rate seems really, really bad right now. Like, for such high-level characters anyways. Alright, he's going to clear out a couple of zombies on that side. They run the risk of getting overwhelmed on this side if I don't bring back Tweedletime. But he's got other things to deal with, so hopefully when they start patting people on the back, nobody takes us down to the floor. Hoping that their jujitsu skills are lacking. Okay, so we're looking alright right there. Oh good, he got a counterattack. That'll make up for the fact that he missed on the previous turn. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm hoping that guy resists all of the attempts on his life as well. From here on out, I'd prefer it if we could keep ourselves to a minimum gunfire. Like, no more shooting unless anything becomes a little bit more nerve-wracking. So I think we're alright. Why would your nerves be on racks? I know it's not the same word, damn it. There's always that guy. You can't go with the humor. Can't go with the humor. And they've got to be like, actually, it's spelled W-R-A-C-K, which means that you are racked by guilt or an emotion. It's to have your body shaken, tremulous, at the feeling that you are currently undertaking. I'm like, alright, whatever. Comrade Dictionary. Let's get out of here. See if I can kill this guy in this turn. If I can, it'd be great. No, we got him dazed, though, which is the next best thing. It's really, really hard to land strikes once you're dazed. So we got some damage right there. I'm going to use the remainder of his turn to move him up and along the side right here to at least diffuse this group of zombies out a little bit. Another one down. Step forward. Take a swipe at that one. I don't want to get surrounded or whatever, but I would like to keep wailing on these things for a little while. Keep the damage being dealt, as it were. And so on that side, we got a counterattack that actually allowed us to fell that opponent. I may want to go through and execute some of these guys so that we don't have like too many zombies coming through and biting people, ending up with a whole bunch of additive infecteds. That guy's got green hair. That or a bandana of some sort. I don't know if he has green hair or a bandana, but apparently they've all decided to move individually. I'm sorry, simultaneously right now, which I guess is the change that I asked for. So let's be happy for a second. Let a big old smile draw across our faces. We know that things are working a little bit better. Still, the combat is a bit drawn out for my taste. He's firing a shotgun again, like the idiot that he is. Please stop. Okay, our resistance checks are looking really, really solid for all these attacks. I may be speaking too soon. We might get taken out right here, especially for some of the ones that are behind us or whatever. But we appear to be doing a good job at shoving them back. Is it my turn yet? I want it to be my turn right now. Right now, please. I guess one of them's going to practice his singing abilities. He fancies himself to be the Christina Aguilera of zombies. I've got no joke for that. It's basically just the way that it is. We'll go 19 points right there. There we go. Bring the bastard down. On this side, we've got a lot of work to be done and a little time to get it done in. So let's get started on some of these Zeds so that he's not surrounded anymore. That's unfortunate. I don't know why anybody can't land a hit today. My character's having some serious problems actually like making contact right now. Just go after whoever you can, I suppose. Yeah, very, very serious problems just making contact. That's all that I need is for people to land their hits, and unfortunately, just not going that way. That one should be dead. That one's almost dead, and it's got to get back up, so I guess that's going to be it for us right now. That'll limit the turns out a little bit. I'll have Tweedletime go back through and hopefully axe some of these guys on the next turn. I don't think that zombie has the AP to get up in here and actually bite either. Okay, so a swing and a miss right there. That's okay. And then a swing and a hit, but it didn't do any damage, so who cares? Some light zombie shiatsu on that side. Ah, good. The counter blows are working, though. If nothing else, I'm glad that we can rely on those, because they seem to be cleaning up after us after each time that we have like a bad turn where we miss a whole lot. I'm happy with it. I'm pretty happy with it. It works out anyways. It's growing them muscles. I don't even know where half these zombies are that we're interacting with. Okay, so Tweedletime. Since you've got people KO'd, I need you on death duty just to get rid of all of these. Everybody takes one last death duty. If you watch South Park, you know that after everything dies, it has a bowel movement. We'll go over to this side since we no longer need anybody over here, and that's just to keep that zombie from getting to those corpses on that side. We'll leave Weekter to attack this zombie right here. Unfortunately, he's not feeling very damaging right now, but he did make all of his swings, so that's a plus. On this side, that zombie got back up, but dealt with, all taken care of. And then on this side, we're going to have ourselves a melee brawl in between these individuals. He does have the carbon fiber bat, so I'm hoping that, you know, just like with fiber optic speed... Oh, never mind, he's dazed on the first attack. Okay, well, he's not going to accomplish anything by himself, then we need to bring somebody else over here to help. Paul's going to get bit for 2 points of damage. Apparently this woman reeks, so that's enjoyable. What's worse about being bit than a woman? Well, being bit by a woman that stinks really, really badly, I guess. Just adding adjectives to the situation. I think it's moving stuff around off screen is what's making it take so damn long. That guy's got a toolbox for a head. Got his ass whooped so bad that he just put his head inside a container like an ostrich and gave up. Yeah, let's go help Paul real fast. Unfortunately, that didn't really appear to do much. We'll bring somebody else around on this side, though. 13 points of damage, and he's now dazed, so they don't have to worry quite as much about anybody getting back up in there and causing us problems. 42% chance is not miserable. I mean, it's still achievable, I guess. And yeah, he actually beat the odds right there, and he got them both. So let's move everybody back towards this body pile over here. Paul's not going to get up on this turn, so I guess he failed his roll or something. It looks like they're all coming after Paul right now, which is a good thing because I was a little bit worried they might go after the bodies over here that are bleeding out and get them with some critical bites, but you know, what are you going to do? I'm going to do the cleanup duty in between episodes right now. I think I'm going to break off the episode right here, and I'm just going to like clean it up. We'll kill off the remaining Zeds, and then after that I think we'll be pretty good to go. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcast for the next episode of Dead State. I'm going to clean up the rest of the zombies, and I will see you in the next episode. Hi, do everybody.